Everyone, it's Friday. Welcome to Embody Your True Essence with me, IKUED. It's October 18, 2024, and a step 25. Today is a spiritual day. It's a Pisces energy day. Hope you guys had a great full moon and enjoying this new me that supposedly we have created from this full moon. I decided to do live today from inside. It's pouring rain outside, so yeah, I'm not gonna do that in the balcony. Type in the comment how you guys are doing and where you guys are tuning from. It's Friday. It's another day, last day of the week again. A week again. Sorry, I'm still waking up. Hi, Monita. How's it going? Thank you guys for being here. So, we had this like really crazy full moon in Aries, and it was about, throwing old ego and we are applying new ego. So if you feel a little bit like feeling like it's something off, or like you definitely feel like you're adjusting to new energy, you're not by yourself. So yeah, always remember you're not alone, and whatever you're feeling, a lot of people are feeling too, and it's very important to know that just that energy is so like earth is shifting, we're shifting, and we have a choice. We have choices in every moment. So I would like to start with, I could read it, but I feel like let's ground myself. So if you want to join me, let's rub our hands, create some healing. It's very hard for me to wake up today, so that's why I'm a little slow start. Also, I had some crazy dreams. I always look up after I had crazy dreams. There's like a lot of venom. I don't know, venom. It's like so many snakes came out, and so many snakes tried to follow me, and so I just like run from the snakes in circles, and then they follow me in circles, and then they ended up kind of tangle themselves, and then they died. So many snakes. I don't know, it could be a good meaning, could be a bad meaning. And then I saw some bees, and then I thought the bees are gonna sting me, but I didn't allow them, and then I woke up. That was my dream. Going good. The full moon is challenging me, to be honest with myself and the emotions. I'm challenging old thought patterns and their influence. Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Well, definitely, it's a good thing that, obviously moon help us feel more than usual. And I noticed that, I have bypassed some of the emotions and I just go straight into consciousness. But it's like, you can't forget that we are also have physical bodies. And then sometimes the level of speed of our consciousness, like our consciousness is rising, our body is having a hard time catching up to this, right? So it's very important to take care of ourselves. Obviously we've been taking care of ourselves, but at the same time be kind and compassionate and give ourselves a lot of grace and time to let the body catch up with us. Catch up with our mind. Yeah, transformation, part of you dying to make way for new. Yeah, that's exactly happened in the new moon energy. So if you feel like a lot of relationship fell or I need to fix my eye, fell apart, it happened to me too. My partner left, and long story. I've been talking about this in Dream Life, but I'm going through the grief and separations and all of that. And but I know that there's so many layers to this, right? It's like, okay, I've done this, he's done that, or what's exactly happening behind all of this. And at this point I just have to trust the process. I mean, just like usual, right? I meant that about your snake dreams. Oh yeah, parts of you dying to make way. Well, some Google says Google information about the snake says snakes are like represent someone going after me, you know, like it's like obviously something someone's going after me, and then it could be good meaning, it could be a not so good meaning, but I like to think that it's a good meaning, like abundance is coming. I would like to think that people are like the things are after me, you know. Yeah, thank you so much, sending you so much light and love and light. Thank you, Monita. And hi, P. DS. Good morning, magical dancing sister. Yes, yeah, we're dancers. Yeah, so yeah, I like to think that. The other day I had this dream where I pooped so much in my dream, and it just made a mess in the toilet. And I was like, I woke up and then what was the point of that? What was the meaning of that? So I had to look it up. But sounds like it's to do with abundance. So I'm trusting the process. I'm definitely in a position where I need to, you know, I need to pull this abundance. Not pull this, should like come, you know, oh yeah, pull this, come push and pull. So I'm calling into this abundance in my life, and I definitely need that in the position of doing that. So at the same time, I feel like I put myself in this situation where I could really test myself that I can create this abundance. So yeah, I'm just like observing. There's so many layers to this, right? There's relationship is always two-sided. I mean, you know, not it. Sometimes you feel like it's one-sided, but it's like always like I am working through my own issue through this, and then they are also working through their own issues through this. So it's very interesting how everything is so intertwined. So yeah, we can nothing but trust. We can do nothing but trust. Purging all the shit, literally this full moon demands it. Yeah. So everything has a meaning. It was just crazy. Purging all the shit. That's exactly probably I did. And so that created a space so that abundance comes in, right? That's really funny. Yeah, dreams are funny. It's crazy how you could go really deep into your consciousness. Hi, Nani Nance. Good morning. And then it's, you know, I also think I woke up in my dream too. So that means it's like if you watch Inception, right? DiCaprio, Leo DiCaprio, I can't pronounce. It go into dream over dream, and it goes really, really deep, right? Yeah, consciousness is like that. So many layers. It's crazy. So now today is a spiritual ascension day. Sun today at step 25 Libra, net 7 calls forth the energy of divine principles and heavenly flow. Today's energy asks you to bring the higher spiritual perspective to the balancing matter at hand during this period, whether it be through prayer, meditation, or simply sleeping and working through your subconscious through your dreams. Your spiritual team is working to lend a hand and send you messages. The practical work here is to utilize compassion, empathy, and lastly, honoring your own sacred inner balance testaments during difficult times. Yeah. Been having very vivid symbolic dreams as well. Yeah, very intense. Yeah, for sure. So today is one of the best days of a given year to receive important spiritual information. Net 7, today is a Pisces energy. It's a whirling state of awareness today, naturally opening you to your subconscious, psychic, spiritual, and higher self information. Coupled with the openness of I receive Libra, the combined energy allows you to receive messages from the other side with less interference or distortion than usual. So you can trust the intuition more than usual. Yes, to maximize this potential, a spiritual practice or exercise will help you to establish a connection early on. Prayer, meditation, chanting, yoga, tai chi, or other spiritual tools will amplify your connection and clarity to the astral plane. Once connected, you will begin to receive pieces of important clues or information that helps you illustrate your spiritual story in relationships. If you go so far as to focus or meditate on specific relationship to people, organization, or situation, you will receive important answers or moments of inspiration. So we can really go in deeper into meditation and exploring ideas, and you can really sort of find some answers. Yeah, That will be great. You're also in a position to spiritually learn from your life today. You may come to realize that the spiritual cycle with the person or situation is beginning, changing, or ending. You could recognize and understand the great spiritual lesson you have learned with yourself since this time last year. It's also common to see our story in the lives of others on next 7 days. As a rule, apply mercy, compassion, and conditional love to the aspect of life that prevent resistance or challenge to you. Locate the path of least resistance. Forgive yourself for mistakes with others. Even though you're following your heart, but we do make mistakes, and it's okay, right? Sometimes we think, oh, this is coming from my heart, but it's the brain's idea or mind's idea disguised as a heart desire, right? So we're just all learning. Leave behind your grievances with others. All of these higher approaches to relationships will shift your narrative towards the highest good. In each of your stories today, meditate on your choices from the perspective of your highest and greatest good. Apply mercy and compassion to yourself in all situations. Tap into your intuition, meditate on your current plan of action, changes to your career or ego, align your intention to your highest good. Take any warning signs as credible. Take a look at your long-term intellectual plans, creative properties, or the message you intend to put out into the world. Do your thoughts reflect your highest spiritual good? Is this the best you can do? Is this the best you can do? I'm going to try my best every day. Today's goal is to connect to your spiritual self. Meditate on future options to receive faith or affirmations. Yeah. So I'm excited to go dive deeper into my thoughts of ocean, deep ocean. Meditate on your options through the course of today. Ask your spiritual self questions you seek answers today and observe thoughts throughout the day for signs or answers. Any message that comes unrequested is most certainly to be taken seriously. If you're still not clear by tonight, pray for answers before you fall asleep. You will either receive your answers through your dreams or they may suddenly appear tomorrow morning after awakening. Oh, that's exciting. Bless your journey. I walk in forgiveness and non-judgment. Yeah, totally. That's all we can do, right? Yes, psychic abilities are flooding in. It's a bit overwhelming at times with our gifts coming online. We have great responsibility. Yeah, we're just pioneering, right? Everyone has psychic skills. Love this reading. You chose mindfulness and being present is a theme. Yeah, over and over again, choosing yourself and choosing heart over mind and intuition. Idea comes everywhere, right? But always use the discernment with our heart. So that's the truth. But here comes, sometimes it's difficult. We think that it's coming from our heart, but also it's, even though it's coming from the heart, but it's undeniable. It's the fact that you hurt other people. At the same time, another layer is we're not responsible for people's emotions, so as they're not responsible for my emotions, right? So there's so many layers to things and so many learning from one incident or one relationship. One thing I learned, obviously I'm going through grief, sadness, and I did mention about, I tend to bypass some of the emotions even though I'm feeling it, but I kind of disengage myself and I don't take time for my sadness. I don't take time for my grief. So I put on Adele song and I let myself cry, and then it was the right vibe for me. Two nights ago, because the full moon energy, and then I go into my hips, tight hips, talking to my hips, and hello pain, what do you want me to see, right? So I have another story. So I did that 2 nights ago, and then yesterday I'm doing this 21 cellular reset call from Daniela Mann, and she has a lot of skills in hand. She's done a lot of programs, and also Embody, going through rising from, she has her own journey, rose from the ashes, and she's amazing. And then as I'm doing her program, and we have like Zoom call to meet up, and she talks about four different type, common different type of inner childhood. And that hit me really hard. So, when you are not feeling good enough, we all want to be approved, acknowledged, and loved by our parents. Those were the first, primary providers, right? So a lot of times if our parents did, say yes or no, that hugely influence how we make our decisions, how we think about ourselves. But we are learning that we did not come from our parents, we come through our parents. Our life chose to be here, right? So that's where the healing is. However, primarily growing up, we want to be acknowledged and loved by our parents. So, and then if you don't get that love that we wanted, right? So even though, there's no perfect parents, some parents are more abusing than the other parents. My parents are surely not the bad parents. They did everything they could, but also at the same time, I felt like a lot of times my emotions were not acknowledged. A lot of times that, I felt like what happened to me was, okay, so there are two types of inner childhood wounds. And there could be more, but as I remember. So the child could be overachiever, because the child was acknowledged and loved when they achieved goals. So that's me, overachiever. And another one, inner childhood, is this child gets sick, because when they were sick, they got attention from their parents. So they subconsciously decided that, oh, if I'm sick, I will be taken care of, right? It makes sense. So overachiever, sick. And then the other one is this child became a carer, like the care person. So if the parents are not giving the love that giving the love the child deserves, oh, if I'm caring and I do stuff for my parents or do stuff for friends and always be caring and always giving and not receiving, then I'll be loved, right? That's also like a little people pleaser. And the last one is become a rebel. So I'm not getting what I deserve, so I'm just gonna be a rebel. There could be more, but she listed 4 things, and I thought that was so interesting. So the first one, if the child are not acknowledged and receive the love that they deserve, they either become overachiever to trying to earn the love, or try to become a sick child to earn the love, earn their attention. Or they become the extra care person, so that, when you care, then you can receive love. And then last one, you become a rebel. And that's kind of very destructive after all. But can you sort of identify which one you became? And I feel like my ex was the care person. Also, he was Virgo, so Virgo is to do with the astrology Chiron, and it's basically Virgo is a wounded healer. I felt a lot of trait that he tried to fix me, and then he thought that I was unfixable because I didn't listen, right? And I felt like I have my core belief, and then his core belief were against my core belief a lot of times, and that's where we clash a lot. But there were a lot of traits that were, it was so good, and then so let's say that, and I'm achiever, and then these are the type of person who could be CEO of a company, or achieve so much, because it's they don't know when to stop, right? So that's literally me. And I was not really a sick child, but I can see that my sister has that tendency, and becoming sick from wanting attention. And a rebel, my sister is kind of like the rebel one too. I have a brother. I don't think my brother applies to any of that. Which is very interesting. My brother is Pisces, and I was told that he's very intuitive. I think he was sandwiched between overachiever, which is me, and become a sick child and rebel, between between us, me and my sister, I think he was just really, after all, it's a really going my way type of man, became that man who's just, decide for his own. So yeah, he seems very grounded. So that's very interesting. After all, it doesn't matter what kind of family you grew up in. It's about you, right? Yeah. Dolores Cannon says, you are the God of the universe of your body. It's always listening and conspiring at your intention and will. We're magic. Yeah, 100%. And I believe that with my whole heart and the consciousness, my job is to apply that and embody that into this world and into my body. Because sometimes, my mind and consciousness is rising, and my body is catching up to it. And I found that fascial maneuvers is such a powerful tools where we can really work on the body part. But I came to a point, it's like there's sticky wounds that I carried throughout my life, becoming an overachiever because I wanted the attention. And then now for the last 2 years, I found this about myself, that I did not have enough support, or at least I felt this way. I felt like I needed to just support on my own. I'm not really worthy of love and support, and I need to take care of myself by myself alone. And even though whether I was or I was not in a relationship, I just felt like this masculine energy, protective energy, just shielded myself, and I carried a armor, and I couldn't really trust people, so I'm just gonna do it by myself. Yeah, Moon, you and your ex had lessons to learn from your relationship. Even though the relationship ended, you are still learning from it. So proud of you. Yeah. I mean, opening up myself to infinite possibilities. That's all I could do. And I, before I see the growth in me, I am less and less controlling about the situation or any situation, just learning to surrender. And that's a feminine energy that I would like to talk about. Yesterday, so during the call, she talks about the host talks about her opportunity when she joined this Joe Dispenza's event. And they do this trust exercise, I think, where, when you guys watch the Mean Girl movie, there's a section where there's a scene, they confess their thing, and then they fall into the crowd. And the crowd catches them, right? And she had to do that, and then before she did that, she thought that that's a silly exercise, why do you do that? But when she actually did that, she broke into tears, and because she never felt she had that support. So I'm like, okay, that's very interesting. When I'm not feeling safe to be in my femininity, because I feel that in my body, right side is masculine, left side is feminine. I know that. But I'm also, upper body is masculine, and lower parts of the body where we connected to Mother Earth is feminine. I feel that. And I also feel the front side of my body is masculine, moving forward, right? With faith. And the back is the back up, the endorsement. And look at the ribcage, how it protects from behind. And that feminine energy falling back, and it's to do with fear, but life is about the balance, right? So, and then if you ignore the fear and are just trying to control so much, and then obviously your back becomes tight. I just know that. So there are 3 aspects: right side masculine, left side feminine, upper body masculine, lower parts of the body feminine, and the front side is masculine, back side is feminine, and there could be more, right? So I've been exploring the idea, and yesterday what I did was, okay, I don't have anybody right now or trampoline to lie back safely, but I could try with the bed. And I try. It goes like this, and then boom. And a couple times that I did it, and then try to intentionally relax myself, and then it's leaning into that back, and I know that I have support. I'm not gonna hurt myself. And I cried. And I feel like, especially for the last 2 years, I put on a huge armor shield for myself because I felt like I needed to hold myself by myself alone. Otherwise, no one can do this for me. And that's a strong masculine energy. But I forgot to take time for myself. I forgot to, sort of like take a break, right? Just like, again, with the connected with the inner child being an overachiever. And now in putting into this situation, trusting the unknown, I can't see things, but, because I can see, I'm trusting the unknown, but I feel like I need to take action on it. Otherwise, I'm going to lose this thing, or I'm going to go into this wrong direction. So I did this a couple times, and I felt like, so I cry, but I felt like almost like a nausea. Because when you have a lot of tightness in your back, especially the connection between the back of your neck and the lower back, like a sacrum, and obviously sacral chakra and root chakra. But it's like those are the the support, right? If you don't feel the support, then you obviously feel very uncomfortable. And so I was keep doing that until I feel comfortable enough to fall back. And so I wrote it down. I want to share, I'm learning to tap into my feminine energy, because there's nothing to chase. You can set the powerful intention, but it's like there's nothing to achieve. Like, this is where I learned that as being an overachiever from my childhood wounds, I need to just relax. But how can we tap into feminine energy, right? So I wrote it down, femininity. I allow myself to feel safe, to soften, surrender, and fall back, like literally, physically. Like, I should do this exercise more often. Let myself just, go into stillness and just fall back on the bed. It's like, what do you feel? Feeling, yeah. And then find stillness in present, because when you're like, catch yourself in fight or flight, and it's just so many things are happening. Like, there are so many ladies in this program, and then the level of trauma they have is crazy, but also at the same time I can relate. And when you're just fight or flight, you just don't know what to do with it, right? It's lost so much anger, so much resentment, so much sadness, and you just don't know where to start when you are in that moment. In that case, it's like breathing, and it's just one thing at a time, do something little. But if you just like, find yourself in the cage of this fear, you just have to stop and pause and immerse yourself in stillness, present moment, right? And allow yourself to fall back and know that it's okay to make mistakes, but I'm also allowing yourself to fall back, receive support, receive love. And this is how I trust the unknown. You know what I mean? Like, physically. Sometimes, my problem is I could know it logically. I mastered it. I figured it out. I just need to embody this into this 3D world and in my body. So I think literally moving the body and showing the body what it feels like to have the support, like literally this, pull back. So that was a great exercise for me. So I highly recommend try this. Falling back, trampling, jumping around, right? Interesting. I am just getting over an upper back pain on my left side. Thank you for this information. Yeah, upper back on your left side. Or probably it's to do with lungs, and it's to do with sadness and grief, if you could relate to that. Yeah, we all have a favorite spot store emotions, and we come from a different backgrounds. Our body's surely different, everyone's different. At the same time, it doesn't matter where people come from, our tension patterns are very similar too, right? Yeah, thank you, this is so good. Oh, I love that, Maureen. Yes, thank you, Larry. I've been having a little lower back pain. Yeah, lower back pain is definitely the fear, right? But the tightness comes from the belly too. So you can try bladder reset and belly button and psoas stretch. So these 4 point, belly button, bladder, and on the right side ileocecal valve, on the other side pancreas. These are like when you just like pressure in or just intuitively let your hand guide you, go into the area where the tightness is, create a lot of flow and move that stagnant energy in your belly. You notice that your lower back pain dissipates and lessens because the tightness from the lower back most of the time comes from the tightness of the belly. It makes sense. Fascia is like a mesh, right? When it gets tight and it pull, what happens to the opposite side? So same thing, yeah. But we're all going through it, moving through this energy. But focus on the body. For me, I started to use the word feel. I was doing this mantra when I look at myself in the mirror. I love you, I see you, acknowledge you, and everything is working out for you. Today's a great day. But I started to also use the word feel, because feeling is powerful. I feel you. And I was able to catch my sadness last night, because I normally bypass it. It's just disengaged. It's just, I don't even see it, but this wants to be acknowledged, right? And it's like, okay, so I say, hello, sadness, I feel you. Thank you for being here. Hello, sadness, thank you for being here. Yeah. Gotta try more fascia. I love this. It makes so much sense. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Fascial maneuvers changed my life. Obviously, my body, my face, my outlook on life, my career, where I'm heading. Obviously, very excited about this, but I see a lot of power and in this. Yeah. Another thing I would like to mention is, so I pay attention to my sadness. And yesterday, so I was in the call of this, learning all this hearing all this women releasing their trauma. I was stretching my hips. It's like going to sumo squat, which is like squatting but turn out your feet, and then just like start to play with the angles, and then try to elongate. So now I know that my back side of my body, back represents the feminine energy. So then, okay, part of me have that little fear of overarching my back, because I don't want to hurt myself. But then at the same time, it's not about that. It's like, it's okay, that's a fear, but I don't live like this. This is my old pattern. So I was just like, intentionally in my sumo squat, I was arching my back and I feeling that elongation from the lower back. This is something that you can try too. And then going like that, and then hearing this call, everyone's releasing trauma, and then talking to my pain. It's like, hello pain, thank you for being here. What do you want me to see? And then, when we say face your emotion, it's like sitting with your emotions without resisting, right? Just like feel it out, feel that pain, feel that itchiness, feel that, talk to your sensation, talk to your emotion. Hello, sadness, thank you for being here. What do you want me to see? And then I had this trauma release. My hips started to shake voluntarily, like proactively. And then I know that's body shaking it off, literally shaking it off. It's a good thing when it happens. And so I just trust the process, and I felt that, let that shake, just, let it do its own thing. And then it's like, okay, that felt good. And then a couple hours later, I was on my computer sitting on a chair, and I'm exploring, opening up my pelvic area, doing like arch my back and contract and stuff like that. I noticed there were angle that allow my body to shake again, like the hips. Maybe I should post. It's a weird sensation. Like I videotaped it from this angle. Looks like I even wanted to go pee, and then my legs are shaking, and it was voluntary. Like it's like I wasn't forcing them. It was like shaking, and it probably lasted for about, I don't know, 3 minutes to 5 minutes. And I just let that, I welcome that sensation. I know it's good for me. It's like finally my body's able to release this, process this. It's like, so thank you. And then I just let it. And then there's some a little tightness too. But later on, I went out and decided to go for a walk. And I felt so much lightness in my hips. And I like, wow, I haven't felt like that for a while. And, it's so important to work on your consciousness and core belief, why we have this body or sensation. And that's one thing that I'm working on. But also just shake it off. Like, body needs to shake off that. Body needs action to shake off that trauma, because it no longer applies to your core belief, right? So yeah, both are equally important. That's why I'm so passionate. I'm the body, right? But I'm also, when I do hands-on, I can also tap into people's consciousness, and the level of my consciousness, depending on the level of my consciousness, my power expands, right? So I noticed that in my session, I no longer have to do a lot of crazy, like in lots of fascia maneuvers hands-on anymore. It's just like my energy meets your energy, and a synergy happens. I don't have to do crazy things, and then people will have like huge release. So I'm like, okay, that's very interesting. So I in the end, it's all up to us, right? And what we believe, because what we believe is what we become. And in this period, what I'm learning is I allow myself to feel safe in my body, to surrender, go with the flow. If you're just joining, it's like, what is she doing? I am practicing trust exercise. Falling back, and I'm still safe. I'm surrendering, and I am allowing myself to flow and trust in the unknown. There's no things to control. And so I was an overachiever, and there's nothing to achieve. I think it's like, it's okay to have goals and determinations, but I think collectively we are finding that life is not about achieving at all. Life is about just be, not even to become. Just be. There's nothing to achieve, like, especially coming from that person who I am, like being an overachiever for my entire life. It's almost like my entire life was a lie. But got me where I am. If I was not an achiever, I wouldn't have immigrated to Canada by myself. You know what I mean? Like, so there's some goodness, and I'm here. It's okay. But I'm not defined by my, old patterns. I'm not defined by my past mistakes. I am here. So stillness. Thank you, life. I chose you. Oh, so many layers. But I like to think that I'm just moving forward, even though I don't think I'm moving forward, but I'm just, I'm just living. That's all I need to do. But I'm also really just relax, allowing myself. When I catch myself trying to overachieve with my masculine energy, I'm like, my soul is drained. I feel like my soul is drained. It's like, stop, take a break. So, okay. So supposedly, because there's part of me that I don't trust the unknown. There's a part of me that I want to really control, because what happens if I don't try and take action, right? But here's a paradigm shift. Okay, women, femininity if okay, so I think most of us are women. If women's are definitely in her feminine energy. I saw this post about Danny Morel talk about women in their complete femininity, sitting on their throne, putting, have the crown, and then go sit like this. It's like, okay, I am powerful. Everything I desire comes to be without me trying. That's the kind of energy I want to embody. You know what I mean? There's nothing to chase. There's nothing to achieve. Just be in my feminine energy. And everything I desire falls into place. And that's the energy I want to embody. There's nothing to chase. There's nothing to become. There's nothing to really, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I'm still articulating, but yeah, that's the energy I want to embody. So I picked 2 cards. I tapped 25 times, and today is step 25 and spiritual day into later in the day we're going to step 26, but I want to focus on the 25 energy. We are committed to self-care rituals. Yes. Have you tried this with cucumbers? I've actually never done. Self-care isn't selfish, so give yourself permission to put yourself first. Are you guilty of always putting your others before yourself? Sometimes we get into the habit of trying to take care of everyone except ourselves. We fall off the healthy habits, bandwagon, and nurturing ourselves seems like a chore. Don't wait until resentment or anger kicks in to take a break. If you've been overgiving and you are on the edge of burnout, this card shows up as a reminder to take care of yourself before overextending again. Remember, you can't give from an empty cup. When you pull this card, it's time to take a self-care sabbatical and recommit to your rituals. Rituals are small daily acts that become habits over time. Sometimes all you need is a simple 5 minutes meditation to recharge your batteries. Consistency is key. Maybe you go all out and clear your current calendar for DIY spa day at home. Remember, it takes 21 days to create a habit, so commit to your rituals. Do yourself a favor and fulfill your cravings first today. Plus, you'll be in a much better mood if shit hit the fan. Caution, self-care side effect can lead to more happiness, increased energy, boosted confidence, plus more patience for annoying people. I commit my self-care rituals and plan on pampering myself today. Self-care all day, every day. And as we do that, we're gonna surround yourself with soul tribe. I picked 2 cards. Your soul attracts your tribe, so connect with people who get you. There will be some people who just get you and some who don't. Keep the ones who do and ditch the rest. If you pull this card, it's time to call in your soul tribes for support. Your soul family is those you feel a deep bond without being connected by blood. Your souls are on similar missions, and they tend to show up in perfect timing when you need support or guidance. It's your soul sister because it feels like you've known each other for a dozen lifetimes. Your energies seem to complete each other, and you have mutual love and respect. They help fuel our spiritual growth and remind you of why you're here. There's no doubt you're born to your chosen family for your soul's growth and development, but that doesn't always mean you connect on a soul level. If you are the black sheep of the family, like me, then it's essential for you to find a few like-minded friends that you can count on when you're feeling alone. You'll be intuitively drawn together in a magical way once you put the message out to the universe to find your tribe. I call in my soul tribe and I open my heart to give and receive support. Yeah, at some point in my journey, I felt like I had my soul tribe and I lost them during COVID times as I'm changing myself so much. And I carry this sadness, and also that leads to me feeling alone and felt like I need to be in my masculine to just keep pushing forward with towards my direction. But I think soul tribe is it's it's a tricky one if you feel like you had it and you lost and you're finding, because I have my Human Garage community, and there's men and women, and I'm holding the space, and I felt like, yeah, Soul Tribe is about finding the people that just see you, feel you, accept you. But then people do come with very different type of background and trauma, and then age is just a number. But I don't think it's an age difference. It's more about the level of consciousness. Like Human Garage do attract all kinds of people, right? And then all kinds of people have a different level of consciousness. I'm not saying I'm not talking here and then they were there, but it's just that different level of consciousness. We just live in a different reality, right? And I'm slowly coming to a point, okay, I thought that my in-person classes, I built the community. Yes, there is a community, but I am coming to a point where people like you guys, I want to create like online community. I want to create like in-person community where I kind of want to focus on women, just like get together and then just like sharing and just creating a space. And because so far I feel like there's a lot of, I see a lot of, again, it's like, it's not about the age, but I keep talking about age. A lot of coaches are older than me, and their experience are not my experience. So I look up to them, and then I relate to that. But at the same time, it's like my experience is so different, and it's time for me to find my own soul tribe. And it's kind of like the soul tribe of a soul tribe. Right, like a niche. And so I am feeling that the calling. So I am I'm exploring more ideas and in class, and I would love for you guys to join, but let's keep focusing on putting ourselves first, and just riding the waves of this crazy transformation. And just feel our body. Take our body with us. Try this exercise at home today. I am safe to fall back. Allow myself to be safe to fall back. And I just feel the sensations. Like if you have a tightness on your neck and the lower back, it's like, okay, it's shocking. Hi, Jonathan. How's the little douche? Yeah. And that's one soul tribe. I have my dance soul tribe, Human Garage soul tribe, and I would love to create a new soul tribe where I feel the women and the men, you can join, Jonathan, are it's just like vulnerable enough to share and matches with what I'm trying to do. So allow myself to fall back and receive support, receive love, and receive surrender, trusting, go with the flow. And that's actually the power. When you stop trying, when you stop controlling, everything you desire and you try for such a long time will actually come when you stop trying. That's the energy. That's the era. Gen Z talking about, that's the flex. That's the era. I'm in my surrender era. Yeah, how's that? How's that? I'm in my surrender era. So we go through different chapters and era, right? So keep on shining. Put yourself a crown. I have a crown, a physical crown that I got from Amazon. Sometimes I need to embody this queen energy. I put a crown on myself, and it's like, okay, I'm fabulous. I love myself. I see myself. Now, I am provided. I feel my body. Thank you. So I hope that helps. Hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And have a great weekend. And I will meet again on Monday. I love that you're following your heart. Yes. Yeah, that's the only way. But sometimes I thought I was following my heart, but following you know, you can follow your heart and push through pain. Does make sense? Being an overachiever. So I'm learning that I can still follow my heart and relax. Yeah. Because I'm in my surrender era. Yes, yes. So let's everybody relax and let's everyone just stop trying. Everyone stop going at it, and it's just like, yeah, my live on Human Garage is Mondays at 4 p.m. PST, and that's a fascial maneuvers class, and then we move fascia together. But I definitely talk a lot about consciousness because I love talking about it, and I love this movement meditation where I'm moving our fascia and letting go physical tension, but I'm also releasing different layers of fascia. So, yeah. Okay, have a great day, everyone, and I will hope to see you next Monday. Happy full moon energy. We're still feeling it. Bye.